Hey guys, got just a quick offering for you here. Just got these in actually at the end of last week. I haven't had a chance to update yet, but anyway, these are your adiPower Predators here in your running white, black, and fresh blue. And it also has some electricity on there, even if it doesn't say it on the logo. So, white, silver, blue, and then your neon on the studs. These are, we'll just go over it real quick. I know we've already looked at the adiPowers before, but actually kind of a funny story about these ones. There's a guy in our office, he's a little more old school than the rest of us, and he feels that cleats should be black, and maybe with some white stripes on them. But they should really have nothing else to them. And the first time he laid eyes on these, he was just totally in love. So the adiPowers are definitely changing people's minds. So that's a cool thing. It seems like everybody kind of likes them. But so I'll just give you a quick. Actually, you know what, you guys? His name's Greg. You guys will be meeting him next week. We have some pretty interesting stuff going up for you guys. We're going to have some reviews of some goalkeeper gear, and we're also going to show you these bad boys in action. And on top of that, we're also going to have some CR7s in action too, so stay tuned. But yeah, so this is, like we said, your adiPower Predator. Basic kind of specifications on this one. Obviously, it's still got that same Taurus upper that it had on the TRX. And once again, it is, I don't know, kind of limited in the actual natural material on the shoe. Natural material goes from here, right on the instep, all the way around to right in there, right on the little toe. But you can see the difference between these and the TRXs, of course, is this seam is moved way back to the midfoot. So you don't have to worry about that one bulging and irritating your little toe like the TRXs did. So that's a real bonus. Stud pattern is obviously bladed stud with the bladed studs with the one center stud right in the middle here, obviously being that diamond stud right there. That one is, actually you can see it's got the little plus sign on it right there. That one's taken, as we mentioned in the free kick video, that one's kind of taken right off of the adiZero design, or at least the adiZero 2s. They have a very similar, center stud like that. The only issues we've been having really with these ones, and they're not major, the power spine right here, obviously there's no support in the midfoot as far as traction goes. I'm sorry, in the forefoot as far as traction goes. So we have noticed some people are feeling undue stud pressure right along here in the forefoot. The other thing being, and we mentioned this on the free kick video as well, is that this line of studs right along here is basically they're not balanced all that well. So what tends to happen is when all your weight shifts to the outside of your foot like that, it's very easy for you to just go ahead and dump right over. Again, simply because you're balancing right on those outside studs an awful lot. But other than that, it is most definitely one of the most solid shoes out there right now. It weighs in at 7.8 ounces, and it is, frankly, it's worth every penny of the $200 retail, no question. It is one of the very few shoes you'll hear me say that about. And most especially over the course of the next year, you're going to find that becomes less and less so. Because let me tell you guys right now, just a word of warning, prices on everything are going up, up, up over the course of the next year. Anyway, there's your look at the inside of the shoe there. There's your Predator sock liner. It is not really anything particularly special about the Predator sock liner. It's actually, it's a very thin one. You'll definitely notice it the minute you put them on. You can definitely feel studs with this sock liner in, but it's really no better or worse than most other ones. This sock liner is actually, I'll show it to you here. It's got those, it's an EVA sock liner. It is not pre-molded, so you must mold it by wearing it, and essentially it'll take the shape of your foot. It does have pour-on inserts on the bottom for extra cushion, and to be honest, what you're going to find with a lot of these pour-on inserts actually is, first of all, the pour-on runs through very quickly, and what I mean by that is it wears fast. So this pour-on that's supposed to be, a little bit more foamy, a little bit more cushy for you, it wears thin very quickly, so it doesn't really it doesn't provide you with a whole lot of cushion after, you know, your first couple of weeks. And then on top of that, obviously to reduce weight on this thing, there is literally nothing standing between the outsole and the rest of this shoe. As you can see in there, there is very little to speak of. And this particular part of the shoe, this is literally just a cloth covering over the outsole. I mean, you can feel it right there. But anyway, one thing to keep in mind also, pour on, and with this whole foam craze of, you know, with footwear and all that, while you don't necessarily want to feel so much of the inside of your shoe that it's uncomfortable, really the more you can feel of the ground when you're running on a shoe, the better it is for your foot. Because your foot is naturally designed to take the shape of the surface that you're running on, not necessarily the shape of footwear that you're wearing. So these pour-on inserts and all this foam that are, you know, being used in slides and stuff like that, just keep in mind that that sort of stuff is something you should use sparingly. You shouldn't be wearing foam slides all the time, and you shouldn't be wearing cleats like this with these, you know, tripled down sock liners all the time as well. Another thing to keep in mind is when you're picking out trainers and stuff like that, or sneakers, that sort of thing, keep in mind you don't want all that, you know, all that extra protection in your, you know, in the actual sole of the shoe too. You don't need that. It's not necessarily protection. All that extra foam actually just stands between you and the ground. So I don't know, call it public service announcement, whatever, but it's really good for your feet to every now and again just go barefoot. It sounds crazy, but, and these things right here, you know, it's the same drill. Don't be wearing these any more than you have to. This is not how, you know, this is not how feet were designed to wear these things all the time. So, but they are, I have to say, in the short time that you do wear them for games, for practices and stuff like that, they are crazy comfortable. They are a very nice shoe. If you'll forgive that little public service announcement right there. Sorry, I sounded a little bit preachy, but anyway, you can certainly find some of these left. A lot of them have already been bought up on pre-order and stuff like that, but you can still certainly find a few of these left on goalstore.com if you want. And we're going to have a lot more coming to you guys in the next week. As a matter of fact, the Friday before the 4th of July, so the 2nd of July, we are going to have so many videos coming out on that day. We have a lot to offer you guys, so definitely stay tuned and look for that stuff. We're going to be rolling them out all through the course of the day. As of right now, I believe we have about 10 videos scheduled, so just keep an eye out for us, and we really appreciate you guys tuning in, and thanks a lot, and hopefully we'll see more of you guys around for later on, right before the 4th, so thanks again. Talk to you guys soon.